Hello there and welcome back to Hollow Knight. So, I'm going to try out something and probably going to continue with it from now on depending on how it goes. So, up to this point I've been streaming and locally recording the game. That way I'd be able to provide both a sufficiently edited playthrough, which is important given it's a Metroidvania where I'm constantly getting lost, and I would be able to stream it, which means I would be able to chat with anyone who shows up, mostly analog admittedly, but still. It just added a certain je ne sais quoi, and I like that. But it did come at the cost, as I'm sure you've probably noticed if you've been watching the edited VODs I've been uploading, of kind of poor performance. Not so much in the game itself, I think that's just from my computer's low specs, but from the recorded video file there were actually several frame drops in instances where I didn't have that in the game, and I think it's just because doing all those things at once, playing the game, streaming it, and locally recording, especially at the quality settings I was doing, it was just a bit too much for my system to handle, and that's the cost. So I'm now just recording it, no streaming, and I'm also recording it at slightly lower settings since honestly the settings I was using were a little bit high given the overall visual fidelity of the game. It's a great looking game, don't get me wrong, but my settings were more fit for a fully 3D game, not a 2D game like this. So hopefully that improves matters, and if it does, this is probably how I'm going to do the rest of the playthrough. So that business aside, I now have to figure out where I want to explore because, again, I have many options open to me. For one, I definitely do want to try and take that path out of Crystal Peak, the top one in the jagged rocky area there. I believe that's where I initially found Confronting, and it looks like it'll lead back to Dirtmouth, probably. There was of course the area below that which was an optional platforming challenge, but at the moment I'm unable to complete it, as I've said several times. I need a few more movement upgrades, which I actually do know some of the upgrades I'll be getting in the future. I watched a little bit of a stream of someone else who was further in the game, so that spoiled me lightly, but not a huge amount. I just figured I should mention that. So I want to do that, but then I need to pick my next major target, so there's the resting grounds down there, which ended up leading to another area that I believe was a new separate one. And given where it is on the map, it looks like it might be near my first dreamer. However, I think it would be a good idea to collect 100 essence before going after my first dreamer. That just seems like a thing I should do. So I think I'm going to put off exploring that area for now. It'll be one of the last areas I check out. There do not appear to be any dreamers down here at the bottom, so I might head into that new area whose name I don't remember at the moment, the one that's further down from the Royal Waterway. Or I could try out Deep Nest. Honestly, I'm thinking Deep Nest simply because it's the area that I came across first, out of all of the paths I have open to me at the moment, so I feel like it would make sense to do it first, but I still haven't decided. It's either going to be Deep Nest or that one area down there, like Ashen Grounds or something like that. Can't remember. But as I said, first of all I want to head out of Crystal Peak through this path to the left and see where that takes me. Alright, so this is the path, and yep, here's the start of Cornifer's Paper Trail. Apparently, Cornifer's Paper Trail was not in the game at launch. That was something they added in after the fact. I learned that little fun factoid thanks to Highwing's LP that's currently going on. I highly recommend checking it out. I've mentioned his LPs before in some of my stuff because they're really good. And his new one of Hollow Knight looks to be very good indeed. Oh, that's right. I couldn't continue on this way because, yeah, I forgot about that. Whoops. So this is kind of a dead end. I'll have to figure out where I want to go then. Okay, so on my way out of the Crystal Peak, I just realized I hear a grub around here. Which means I must have missed one since I'm all the way back at the beginning. And yep, I was about to say I think I know where he is. Now that I know generally what the breakable walls look like, I'll have to keep my eyes peeled a little bit better. And you know what? Since I just freed another grub, and it's been so long since I've been back to Papa Grub, let's head back over to him and see what he's gonna give me. Probably just more money, but you never know, and that's something I've talked about doing quite a bit as of late. and yet have just never gotten around to doing it, either forgetting about it or getting sidetracked by other new discoveries. So now is as good a time as any to do that, really. Oh, oh, yeah, so he does offer things other than money, presumably after I bring enough grubs back. Oh, he just keeps showering me with goodies. This is the nice side effect of putting off going back to him for so long. It's just a shower of money and valuables. Okay, nope, it's continuing. Okay. Holy crap, look at all this money. Do you just have a whole hoard of treasure under there? And then of course you have all the little grubs, like, waving their little grub things with joy. Stacey, what would you call those? Like, they're really not feet, they're not arms. I'm sure there's a specific anatomical name, but I'm afraid I don't know what it is. So this, I think, might be another energy shard. Oh no, it's a health shard, damn. I'm still hoping to pick up a third of those so I can have more soul. And what are these? Charms? Yep, grub song, and... ooh, a rancid egg. Still have no idea what that rancid egg does, so let's see what that new charm does. Let me see if I can guess it. Grub song. Makes it easier to find grubs, perhaps? Oh no, it is it has nothing to do with the grubs, really. It's just named after them. Although it does contain the gratitude of freed grubs. I gain soul when taking damage. That is interesting. Not too terribly useful since I want to avoid taking damage if at all possible, but I guess it adds a silver lining to that negative situation. If I had some free notches I might equip it, but I have few enough of those that I really can't justify spending one on something like that. So, since I'm so near the surface, and how did I miss the secret for so long? It's so obvious, yet I just never noticed it. Okay, it's just a hollowness seal, so nothing too important, but still. Such a shameful display. But yeah, since I'm so close to the surface, I might as well hop back here and talk to everyone again. See what the current state of things is. Yep, she's still acting all bashful-like. Okay, Elderbug has nothing new to say. How you doing, Sly, my buddy? You got anything new in stock? Oh, right, I completely forgot about that. I picked up the key to his storeroom, which means he will have new stuff in stock. What do you have there? Why, that's the key to my storeroom. I thought I'd lost it for good. Did you find it in those old mines, perhaps? Very curious. I've no idea how it ended up in such a remote place. Very honest of you to return it to me, yes. Very kind. And now that I can open my old storeroom up, I can sell you some of the rare stock that's been gathering dust in there. These items may be a little time-worn, but they still retain their full market value. Very precious stuff. Take a look. Okay, so I may pick up the vessel fragment since that'll give me more soul, but what else does he have? An elegant key. An explorer found this fancy key floating in the waterways of the city far below us. I've not cleaned it. So presumably that would unlock a door in the royal waterways? Have I come across a locked door there? I honestly don't remember. Well, either way it would be worth picking up in case I do ever come across whatever it's locked. And then a new charm, Heavy Blow. You enjoy smacking about foes with that nail of yours, right? With this charm equipped, you'll be able to send them flying further with every hit. That's not bad, but again, notches are at a bit of a premium, so I might just clear out his stock since I have the money to do so, yeah. Let's pick up the key. Definitely that vessel fragment. I could use some more soul. I'm a soul man. Na 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 na. Ah, it even gave me an achievement, Soulful. So it's kind of like a Metroid thing with extra health tanks, where it's its own little indicator off to the side, and presumably I can fill it up if I'm at max soul. So I gotta get to slaughtering plenty more so I can pick up more soul. And do I have enough to purchase both of these things? Let me think. I do, just barely. I definitely want the mask shard. That'll bring me closer to having another health pip. I need one more shard. And honestly, since I have no desire to equip that charm just yet, I'll hold off on purchasing it. Mainly because I have no idea if I'll come across any new merchants that might offer new things to me. I also have yet to check in on Zelda, but she never has new stuff. Yep, nope. Unless I come across some sort of new landmark that may require a new pin, she's probably not going to have anything. And I'm assuming, I can't remember her name, damn it, but I'm assuming she hasn't updated her diary, so I'll just rest here. So now is the big decision that I like that the entry was on the Shroomer Warriors. Aww! What a bunch of cuties. So I have to decide where I want to go, so it looks like one of the dreamers is in the City of Tears, and I'm guessing I can probably get to that location from that little drop in the resting grounds. Maybe not. Maybe I have to go through one of those paths that I wasn't able to explore before. And of course, there's a path off of the fungal waste, it looks like. I have no idea if I could actually continue on there at the moment. If I recall, I don't think I could. I would need some more movement upgrades first. But there was a dreamer in that general vicinity. And then of course there was one off in Deepnest apparently. And Deepnest looks to be a big area indeed, so it looks like the only area I can explore at the moment that does not have a dreamer located in it is in that one nameless one down there. So I think that's where I'm going to go. Oh, blacksmith, I got a job for you.
Ranjo Stenja.
Oh, you've returned. I see you have some pale ore. A rare, fine metal that. Give me the ore and some geo for my efforts, and I'll reforge your nail to make it stronger. Oh, damn it. Well, good thing I didn't pick up that useless charm, but I shouldn't have spent quite as much as I did. I didn't realize I would need to pay such a high geo cost, damn. Alright then, I'm back in the ancient basin. That's what the name of the area is. And one thing that was actually pointed out to me in the comments that is a tip I'm going to follow is that the first entrance I went into to enter this area actually had one of Cornifer's notes beside it. And I don't think this is that entrance. So I want to make sure that I explore that pathway first, so that way I can pick up the map for this place. I think it was this one. Yep, right there. A single loose sheet of paper. It's no wonder I didn't notice it given it's just a single one. It's easier to notice when he's actually built up a trail. So hopefully I'll be able to find him pretty soon, and I still don't have a pass. Which really sucks because that sounds like it might be a shortcut to this area. So I wouldn't have to take that long trek to get back here, but alas. Alright, so this is the area with those asshole spider acid-spitting enemies that I acted so shamefully against. Quitting and reloading in order to avoid my grisly end. Hey, it prevented yet another corpse run, and I was already on like 4 of the things at the time, so I don't regret that decision. These soul-giving statues are actually coming quite in handy now that I have extra storage space. I just had a thought, do those have a name in the bestiary? They're not really a living creature, but you never know. At some point I really do need to go through each of these entries and read all of them. Maybe I'll even make that an episode, just for anyone that's interested in that. Just because these all have a little bit of lore, especially what with the commentary from Six Eyes there. Okay, I'm already bored. If they have an entry, too bad. I'll check it out at another time. Hello there. Cornifer is this way. Somewhere. A true servant gives all for the kingdom. Let Hollow Nest's pale king relieve you of your burden. Oh, well that's interesting. No thanks. I have things I want to purchase, but I'll keep this in mind. I'm willing to bet that if I offer enough geo, I'll probably get something in return. I'm probably not going to get that geo back though, which is why I'm waiting on doing that. Ah, here you are, buddy. Old caverns, these ones. Can't you just feel the weight of the kingdom above? It's a heavy thing, alright. I reckon not many'd reach these depths. We're pioneers, you and I, at least in recent history. It's a long trek back to the shop from here. I'll be resting my legs a little longer. Not too long, though. It won't do to have Zelda worrying after me. Indeed. She's a nice lady. I really hope you don't upset her. Okay, so let's see how far Cornifer has explored. Not too terribly far, but I do immediately know the location of a bench. Huh. So the other entrance I took looks like it might lead to a different area, perhaps, because it's not actually, like, shown on this map here. And it's not all that far away, so yeah, it must lead to a different area entirely. That area with the asshole acid spiders. So it was just poor fortune on my part that I chose that path as my first route to explore that day. So, first things first, I'm gonna want to rest at that bench. Should I encounter something tricky, it'll definitely come in handy. I guess it's a good thing I didn't grind up the geo for that upgrade, because if I did, I would currently be destitute and unable to make all these far more important purchases. Might be able to bounce off of these. Yep. Pro techniques. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, how long is this gonna go on for? Oh, of course I fail at the very end. God damn it. Well, at least I have a bench here to rest. Figures I fail like one step away from a breakpoint, but geez, this goes on a long way. They must be expecting you to have some other movement upgrade, and I think I know which one they do. Again, that stream that kind of spoiled things. Oh yeah, and another thing I learned from Highwang's LP is if you stand in the middle and just hit upwards, you can collect most of the geo from these rocks that you can break. Not all of it, unfortunately, but definitely a better collection, thing that I've been doing. Oh no. Is this doable? Unfortunately, I don't think it is, and since I started all the way back at the bench, I'm not going to bother to try. Given the curvature of that wall, I'm assuming I won't be able to scale it at all with the wall jump. That seems to have been the case so far. So I'll just need to wait until I have at least a double jump. Let's go check out this huge mound area. See what that's about. Wait. Oh. Looks like this is another location that I'll need a double jump for because I can't quite make the distance. How the hell did you make it, Cornifer? Maybe he has wings or something. I never paid too much attention to his design. Let me just test something out. I've kind of been destroying a bit of rubble without much thought. So I'm going to quit and reload and see if some rubble spawns near that I could bounce off of, and thus make my way up. Because I can't rely on enemies in the area because it's all wall crawling things that I can't really lead over here. And I don't think I've ever shown the ability to actually knock them off of walls, that enemy type. So if there's not a bit of rubble there, then I'll just have to wait until I have double jump. Which, yeah, I do know for sure is a thing from that stream I watched. Oh, you know what? Can I bounce off of signs? I don't remember if that's a thing I can do or not, but it's worth testing out. If only just to, affirm that in my memory. I'm hoping resting at the bench respawns that and I don't have to quit out again. Okay, let's see. Nope, Okay, yeah, so these ones you cannot bounce off of, they're not sturdy enough. I really don't see a way I could cheese my way up there, so that's for later. Let's see what's further down then. Maybe this is the area that I'll pick up the double jump ability in. Certainly wouldn't mind that. That would be second only, perhaps even better than the wall jumping ability in terms of places it lets me into. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. Okay then, and there is a locked door here, so... that might actually be it for this area. There is a path to Deep Nest, but I feel like there's probably a gate over that way. I guess I can always go and check it out. Yeah, otherwise, my progress in this area... Oh, I did not see because of the bits of stuff in the foreground. Otherwise, my progress seems to be bad. Why do I have no soul? Is that from quitting out and reloading? It must be. So that's the downside to doing that. Thankfully, it's easy enough to gather up more soul. So yeah, let's check out that other pathway down into this area. Earlier, I mentioned it, I was under the impression that it actually led somewhere else, but looking at the map again, I realized I was just misreading it, I think. That little pathway down is where that leads into that spider asshole area. I'm pretty sure that area 2 was a dead end, at least for my frantics running away from the spiders, but given how frantic I was at the time, there may have been some small detail I didn't notice, so it'll be good to explore this place properly. These spiders are pretty damn nasty. They're quite tanky, they have that close-range side swipe, although it does have a fair bit of a tail, so it should be easy to avoid as long as I pay attention. And then, worst of all, they have that long-ranged acid mortar shots, which are so deadly because they end up reducing the area you can travel in. Hello, I forgot about you. Okay, so it looks like my progress here isn't quite bad. Although it looks like that might just lead down to the bench. I'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to aggro multiple of these guys at once. Yeah, these guys are easy if I just bait out their melee strike. It's easy enough to get away. My issue last time was that I got in a bit of a tizzy and aggroed a bunch of them and those flies, which didn't exactly put me in a good spot. Let's see, I'm going to want to kill one of those flies first, if at all possible, because they're just going to be a huge annoyance. Okay, see, that went much better when I actually handled things cautiously. I just heard... yeah, it sounds kind of like snoring of some sort. That's a little bit worrisome. There may be some sort of large, dangerous creature here. Also, I noticed this is the same club that... Oh no! I was gonna say that big enemy that first mini-boss I encountered used. But no, it's this lady who I completely forgot about. My friend, you dealt with all those beasts? I'm ashamed to say, I was hiding. Those ghastly things chased me and I ran. Hey, I know the feeling, friend. If you hadn't come along, who knows if I'd ever have survived. Others take me for a fearsome warrior, what with my impressive size, but this kingdom's beasts. I wonder if I'm just no match for them. Enough. I cannot wallow in my weakness. I must take strength from your example. You act so confident in battle. You show no fear before your foes. I'll try my best to do the same. Clearly, she has not seen any of my several acts of cowardice so far, but if I can act as a role model, I won't dismiss her of that notion. I look forward to our next contact, tiny savior. Then you'll meet a warrior with courage to match your own. Well, I look forward to that meeting as well. Good tidings, friend. Okay, so down here was where there were two spider assholes. So let's make sure I'm topped off. I'd rather have more soul, but not much I can do about that. I'm guessing those barriers will break when I kill both of them. Oh boy, okay. I have to try and kill one as quickly as humanly possible. Because dealing with two is what's really difficult. Case in point. But if I get them on one side, that may actually make things a little bit safer. Especially if I can spam that soul shot. Bait out the melee, avoid. Okay, yeah, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Let's just heal up in case there's anything dangerous ahead. And yep, it broke the barrier. Let's see what I get as my reward. Ooh, more pale ore. I might be able to upgrade my nail twice. If I have the geo for it. It might actually be worth changing my charm loadout to a money-based one. Now that I have several things I can purchase. Oh dear. Ah, okay, so this ends up taking me back over here with a little bit of a shortcut. Handy. Hold on, was there another bit of fragile earth over here? No, I was under the impression I was because it used a similar sound effect when Cloth popped her head up. Let me just head back and confirm that, though. Yeah, okay, no, there wasn't. I just wanted to confirm that. So, let's see what busting my way downwards does for me. Hopefully it does lead to somewhere new and not just the bench. Hey, what do you know? It is somewhere new. And it's a little Grubbins. Oh, hello there, friend. Yes, it's me, your savior. Go free. Unfortunately, that seems to be everything that's here. Yeah, I've explored everywhere in the Royal Waterways that I currently can, so... I guess I'll have to check out Deep Nest. That's the only other place that's currently open to me, I'm pretty sure. You know, coming back here to the City of Tears, I just realized I really never bothered to explore in this direction. Probably because of these fearsome guardsmen here. It's the first example I've seen of a sword and shield type enemy in a long time, and these ones are quite chuftier than the previous ones I've encountered. So, let's try and take him on for size. It looks like they don't actually have an upward strike, so I might be safe. Oh nope, they do. But they're slow enough to attack that I really don't have too much to worry about. They are pretty adept with their guard. I have to strike when they're currently striking. Oh, they do a lot of damage, so that's how they make up for the fact that their attacks are so slow. Looks like I can actually cheese him at range, though. How much health does he have? I don't think that's really an efficient use of my soul, unfortunately. Especially since I can get off 3 attacks if he does the sideways hit. Ooh, and I gotta remember that he actually hits a little bit behind him with that horizontal combo. Yeah, that's gonna be a difficult enemy to learn to deal with well. Might help if I had a few more nail upgrades. And, yeah, there's another one wandering up there, so they're clearly not meant to be a mini-boss type enemy. They're just a regular ass-old enemy. So I either need to get good at dealing with them, or preferably upgrade my nail a few more times. If I could cut down the number of hits I'd need to kill them by just a third, that would make them so much more manageable. For the moment, I think I'm just going to try and head past the jerk. I think that's a better way of doing things. Again, they're slow enough that I can pretty easily escape from them if I need to. Nope. Ooh, I'm at the King's Station. Is this gonna kill me? No, I'm safe. Let's see. Hey there, stag station. Oh, no bench though. And, aw, damn it, it's busted. Well, that sucks. Way to get my hopes up, game, and then just completely dash them. Screw you, game devs. Okay, well, so much for having a shortcut to this place. You know, something else I just noticed, the design of these bug enemies, it seems a little bit more regal. Like perhaps before the kingdom's collapse, these bugs were nobility of some sort, or at least the gods thereof, which is why they have fancier clothing, because unlike the other ones who just have like the regular blue, these ones have red tinted shells, which at least to me sort of suggest an air of nobility, and they also have little bits on them that may be part of their skin, their body, or maybe adornments, it's hard to tell, but they look like little jewels. And that too evokes an air of aristocracy. I wonder if that's the intention or not. Oh, okay, there's a stag station right over here. I guess the broken one is just for flavor then. Yes. It's going to push the nail upgrade a little bit further away, but shortcuts are way more important. And let's see what Mr. Stag here has to say about the place. Ah, many stag stations have been opened. Again, I can travel the breadth of the kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere amongst the lines lies the stag nest, the place where I was born and raised. I thought its location lost to my failing mind, but now I can almost remember the path. If you keep opening stag stations and beckoning me through them, perhaps I'll again find the nest. I would like that very much. And hey, I would like that too, new area to explore. I wonder if it'll be a thing where if I open up enough of these, he'll offer to take me to the stag station. Or, no, the stag nest, rather. But yeah, what I was talking about earlier, compare this little stag beetle here with just the blue humdrumness. And then this one here who's walking around in a more upright posture, has that little round symbol on their right at their neck, which looks kind of like a jewel, and then that little bit of shell or wing that's coming behind and then curling up over their head kind of looks like a raised collar, which again a rich person would have.